Hey y'all, this is Nuadin. How's it going? Today we're going to be checking out the Magus Circle. Now this is a survivor-like but with a unique mechanic, where in order to do any of your attacks, you have to draw them with your special magic wand. Let's see if I'm able to draw anything at this point. And to go ahead and get started into the actual run, we just draw a circle to indicate we're ready. As you saw, that was a perfect circle, no complaints. And the first ability we got was Magic Missile. This is what I would consider a tent-like icon. We just draw it, and then it runs for the duration of it. And this is going to be our first, as we grab those chests, we will get spells. We have Riptide, summon a torrent of water in a direction of your choice, damaging and pushing monsters. We have Meteor Shower. Meteors fall from the sky and strike random areas around you, dealing heavy damage and burning monsters. And then we have Frost Nova. A blast of ice damages and freezes monsters where you cast. Now, these first two have a duration. Frost Nova is instant. And in most cases, in survivor likes like this, I would think instant is great. However, duration is actually better because as you cast it, you can just sit and forget it while you're casting other spells. I think there is a place for instant spells, but you only want one in your kit. So we're going to look at these duration ones. And I think specifically Meteor Shower, 33-second duration, has a damage cost or damage amount of 20. Now the mana cost is very high, but I think overall it's going to just pay very much more dividends than what we'd get from Riptide. So let's go and get that. And also I can draw stars. That's the most important thing. When deciding what to get, just determine what can you draw. Now, if for some reason you like the idea of this game, but you struggle with the drawing or things like that, they do have some settings in there where you can change how exactly these work. There's a way where time slows down when you cast these. There is an option where time freezes while you're drawing. And then there's an option that's not currently available in the demo, but should be available for the actual base game, where you can press buttons to cast the spells. So if you have struggles with drawing or anything like that, they do have ways around it, which is very nice. Creating accessibility for all. And then another unique thing we have is we're actually level 2 right now, but we haven't gotten any rewards. And the reason for that is because you choose when you get the rewards. And we are very specifically withholding getting those because we get an XP bonus for every time that we stop or that we don't level up. Now there is going to be a point, and perhaps that point is now because it's gotten a little insane, that we're gonna want to grab that. Oh my gosh, my own meteor scared me. Okay, and the other cool thing is too with this magic missile, it hits wherever our cursor is, so we're able to defeat that elite there and get another chest. Being very cautious about leveling up, but considering how slow we are to destroy the enemies, I'm starting to think maybe we just go ahead and grab that. Now, we have Ice Spear. Summon 2 spears made of ice that periodically attack the strongest monsters, damaging monsters they pass through. We have Thunderstorm. Lightning periodically strikes 3 random monsters. And then we have Chain Lightning. Lightning strikes the closest monster, then chains to the next closest one time. I think I'm still looking at these that have duration. I don't want to do an instant just yet. That's going to make it a little bit harder to juggle my spells. And I think what I'm going to do is, this is damage 5, but it lasts for 16.5 seconds, has a lower mana cost. Lightning Storm does more, but I think it's less controllable. So I'm going to go with Ice Spear. Plus, I can draw an arrow. Again, all my decisions are based off what I can draw and nothing more. Now, I was thinking about getting that level, but now that we have this third spell, it has gotten a little bit easier. You can see the spears rotating around. They're very cool, actually. I like them a lot. How is that not a star? Can someone explain that to me? Alright, triangle. Hint. And then once we have this combination up, we can just hit them across here. Now, these little orbs you see on the ground, these are not experience, which is what you would normally see in these games. These are actually mana, because that's the other thing is you have to control your mana. You don't have any cooldowns. It's all based off how often you cast your spell. And oh my gosh, I did not expect them to turn around there. No. Okay. So we also have this special ability where we can turn into a bunny. They were catching up to me and getting really close, so I immediately turned into the hare and got the heck out of dodge. Tortoises won't catch me today. I am feeling a little tired though, so we'll see. Yeah, okay. I think we're really stretching. Yeah, we're leveling. That was not a circle, but I'm so glad it accepted that. I cannot believe that actually worked. Now this is the way leveling up worked. We actually got 8 levels within 3 minutes. I think that's not too bad. So we're gonna go through quite a bit of levels, so sit back as I go ahead and explain each one of these. So we have practice makes power, plus 1% spell power every 100 kills. I think that's really good because we're getting that early. Sizable sigils. Increase spell power the bigger the size of your spell sigil is. So that's based off what you draw, your drawing. So if we do really big sigils, it'll be very powerful. And then we have Learning Lyre to get 20% XP gain. I think it's lying, honestly. I'm gonna do the practice makes power because I think getting that early is good. So will we get the returns if we don't live long enough? No, we will not. We see Learning Lyre again. We see Burning Sigils, which your spell sigils burn monsters. So this is similar to the size one. It affects your sigils, but instead of increasing the spell based off the size, it just burns monsters. And that's also based off where you do your sigil at. And then Bloody Sigils is very similar to that, except it does 5 stacks of bleed. Early on, I think plus 20% experience gain makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think that stays. We have Reprieve the Soul, double mana regeneration while invulnerable. I don't know if I've ever been invulnerable. Rebuke 1. Whenever you would take damage, deal massive damage to all nearby enemies. I'm not looking to get hit. First Strike. The first time a monster takes damage is considered a critical hit. I'm not into these two. 1, I don't want to get hit. 2, I don't know how to get invulnerable, so I don't know if I'd actually use that yet. So we're going to go with First Strike because I am guaranteed to get something back from that. Mob Slayer. Non-elite enemies take 50% more damage. That could be really good with hordes. Adrenaline 1 restores 25% of your mana after getting hit. And then Quick Casting, plus 30% speed for 3 seconds after casting a spell. Adrenaline, I have the same issue as I did with Rebuke. I don't want to get hit. I have very little health, so I don't want to bank on that. We see our health here. We only have 3 currently because we did take a hit. So I'm going to go with Mob Slayer. I think that'll help me clear out the hordes a little bit better. We have Elite Assassin, plus 10% critical damage, plus 50% critical damage versus elites. Also, that's chance, not damage. We have Flutter Feet, which would make me faster. I do like being fast. That's very tempting. I'm not going to lie. And then we have Wildfire. Burning monsters will spread their fire to other nearby enemies. We don't have anything that burns yet. If we grabbed that sigil earlier, that would have been good. I think I'm actually going to go with Elite Assassin because we just got something that increases our ability against mobs. So let's have something help us with the elites as well. Stunning Glamour. Spells have a 5% chance to stun monsters on hit. I don't mind that, especially with some of our attacks hitting quite often. We saw this one before with Rebuke, and then the Magic Within. -1 max health, plus 50 max mana. I don't quite love that because it's, I mean, I think if we removed it, it would be fine because we already lost the health. But I don't know if having more mana will help if our regen is bad. So let's go with the Stunning Glamour. It's a low chance, but I think because we hit a lot, it might pay out. We have Confusing Sigils, same as we saw the other sigil items before, but this has a chance to confuse enemies. We have plus 25% spell power, or the Magic Within again. I'm going to go straight for spell power. Let's increase that damage. Cutting Words. Your spells have a 5% chance to bleed monsters on hit. Acute Sigils. Increase spell attack rate the smaller the size of your spell sigil. So a little bit opposite of what we saw before with the bigger the size, the harder the hit. I actually really like that because it's easier to do smaller sigils and it's faster. Crit Caster, plus 25% critical chance for 3 seconds after casting a spell. That could definitely be good, but I kind of want to try this because my thinking is we got that item that stuns. And the faster we hit, perhaps the more likely the enemies will be stunned. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to hope so that I can survive a little bit better. And that'll be our last level up. Now, I will say you do go through quite a lot of those. So if, well, I guess I should have said this before, but if for some reason you don't want to sit through all of them, feel free to skip. Okay, and we're actually able to cast these spells pretty consistently without having to worry about them. So we see this arrow up here that's pointing to a chest. I want that because that's going to give us another spell, which will help us clear out enemies. And we're casually casting these here. I'm going to go in bunny form because I'm impatient and don't want to wait. Hey, so we have Thunderstorm again. We saw that one before. Frost Nova, a blast of ice damages and freezes monsters where you cast. This is an instant. And then Riptide, summon a torrent of water in a direction of your choice, damaging and pushing monsters. I think I'm going to do Thunderstorm because I did want that before. I just ultimately decided that Ice Strikes. I think after this we'll want to do an instant because one of the other nice things about the instants is they are lower mana cost, but they should be because you have to cast them all the time. So let's go with Thunderstorm. And with you casting them all the time, that's an easy way to lose all your mana. In fact, I think if I could go all duration, I might. Kind of sit by. That's okay. It accepted it. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait. Huh! Oh, there was no way of getting through. I tried to go into bunny form, but I think I had it on cooldown because I wanted to be fast earlier. So that's the negative of like just going fast for no reason. We're not 2 health. That's not great. I am struggling. Do this. Get our lightning going. Gotta get our magic missile. I wonder why this shape is for magic missile. Okay. Got another magic missile. We're heading towards this test here. I think things have finally calmed down a little bit, which I'm okay with. Oh, right. We need to do small. Ugh. Okay. Small is actually kind of hard. Okay. It's actually working. I can't believe that actually counted. Oh my gosh. I should have been doing small stuff the whole time. I ran past the chest because I was just focusing on how tiny my writing was. Okay, our final one. So we could just go full duration. With the Riptide, we saw all 3 of these before, so I won't let... Oh, actually, did we see Chain Lightning? So Chain Lightning, lightning strikes the closest monster, then change to the next closest one time. That would be very cool, and it seems to do a lot of damage. It does cost a lot. It costs a lot for an instant, and that's going to be really hard to draw, so I think I might pass on that. I think instead, I'm actually going to do what I said before, where I'm going to avoid the instants and go all duration. That way I can focus more on my movement and less on just constantly casting the spell. I think it'll help. And our magic missile comes up, or goes off duration very fast. I'm drawing them too big again. Small. Okay, didn't... Oh, we need more mana. This is not good. I wouldn't like to not need more mana the moment we get trapped in an electric square with a, what I assume is some sort of elite or mini boss. Oh, no, bad triangle. That's, okay. I scribbled that so badly, but it still counted it. You don't need to be an artist to play this game. It's because I'm trying to make them so small. There we go. And then let's get our wave. Do another. Oh. Never mind. I had to focus on avoiding the enemy. Okay. I'm doing the magic missile because I want to shoot that enemy directly. Though we need to do another triangle here to get our ice going. Let's get the lightning going as well. Triangle. No. Okay, we need to make the triangle just a little bit bigger, bunny, so I can get over here. Okay, we're gonna make the triangle bigger because I keep trying to make it too small and it just looks like a blob on itself. Oh! Oh, I got scared. Okay. That's a badass. Come on, boss. You need to die. You have to be close, right? Got a big yellow icon there. Okay, it finally died. It finally died. The thing about this game is there's actually so much to manage at the same time. I'm managing where I'm walking. I'm managing where my wand is, where it's shooting. I'm having to draw at the same time. I'm having to manage my spells to see what's like actually up. And at the same time, one thing I forgot is I can level up. Bad level up. And to level up, you just do a circle around yourself, and then that indicates you want to level. So we have another 8 levels to go through. First, we're going to start with stunning. Flamer spells have a 10% chance to stun monsters on hit. That's going to increase that stun even better. I think I really like that. Spell size could also be good, just getting that area a bit larger. And honestly, all of these are good. We saw Crit Caster before, where the critical chance for 3 seconds after casting a spell, but I want to go with stun. I think if we can get this up with our attack speed, that might be very good. Oh, and we got big magic again with the plus 25% spell size. We have momentum, plus 4% speed for 1 second on pickup. the one we pick up the mana, and then an increased pickup radius. I don't exactly like these because I don't like getting surprise speed, because I might be trying to go like a certain speed towards the enemy and then could accidentally run into them. So we're going to go spell size. The bigger the better. Practice makes precision, plus 1% critical chance for every 100 kills. I don't know how good that is. Now that, ooh, actually you can see our number of kills here, 1326. So, you know, does it happen retroactively actually, now that I think about it? Or is it from here on out? That's a good question. I didn't even think about that. It could be retroactive. But I think 651, 1326, I might end up going with that. We have confusing sigils again, and then power spells, plus 50% power for 3 seconds after casting a spell. That's really good too. Actually, I think I'm going to do that, because that's going to give us an initial burst. I want more damage, and I think more damage over crit chance might be the way to go. So if Reprieve the Soul, double mana regeneration, we saw that one before with the mana regeneration with Invulnerable. We have Spell Gatling, plus 25% attack rate, and then Icy Sigils, so we'll freeze where our sigils are at. I think we're going to be mostly avoiding these sigils because we have to draw it so small that these wouldn't pay out very well. If we wanted to go further into this, we would have wanted to do very big ones. So we're going to go with attack rate because that's going to help us with the speed of our attack and hopefully our stun. Then we have, again, Stunning Glamour 3. Spells have a 15% chance to stun monsters on hit. We have an increase in spell size, and then Spell Gatling again for the increase in attack rate. I love all of these, but we're going to go with Stunning because I want that chance to be higher, so that we can definitely make sure it's going off. And then we have Arcane Shield. Gain a shield that prevents a single instance of damage, recharges after 3 minutes. That could actually be massive because it's always like a single mistake I'm making after like within like a large amount of time. And that would give us more like 3 health rather than 2. I'd feel more comfortable with that. Mana regeneration is always good. And then this, I still don't know how it works because I don't think I've ever been invulnerable. So let's go with Arcane Shield just for that little bit of extra safety. We can get increased speed on pickup. Monsters gain a stack of bleed on crit, or plus 25% when you have less than half your mana remaining. You know, actually, I think that wouldn't be bad because we had a situation before where we had no mana and we just had to move around. So this would make it a bit easier and faster to avoid. But sharp spells where you bleed on crit could be good. I just don't think we have, other than our first hit. Well, actually, our first hit does always crit because we did get that card for that. Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna do sharp spells, mainly because I think that will initially just create a bleed on every enemy. Alright, now we have Practice Makes Permanence. Increased duration per every 100 kills. Corrosive Magic. Your spells have a 20% chance to poison monsters on hit. Oh, that's good. And then Lethal Lure 1, 100% critical damage. I think with us going so heavily into attack speed to work with the stun, I think Corrosive Magic could be good, but duration is so tempting. Let's do Corrosive Magic. And I'm just hoping that I can shoot so fast and so often that the enemies will just, you know, die on themselves. Now, here's the cool thing about once you hit 5 spells, any remaining chest just gives you an upgrade to those spells, which I really like. Riptide causes monsters to bleed while they remain within the area. That's good. Increase Riptide size. That'd make it easier to hit enemies. Or we increase the duration. I kind of want to not have to worry about, you know, actually, we're going to do Riptide size. I almost went with Riptide duration so I didn't have to worry about it anymore, but I feel like that's me not wanting to do the work. So we're going to do this because we can just keep doing that and planning it out with our other stuff. We don't need to be lazy with our drawing. All of our stuff is duration, and it has a very long duration to begin with. Okay, we need to get these chests. I'm still trying to draw very small shapes. I don't know why it cracks me up to draw them so small, but it does. We have our chest here. Okay, excuse me, snail. Can you move a little bit slower? Okay, so we could add duration to the meteor shower, damage to the meteor shower, or thunderstorm duration. I think same logic as before. I want to go duration because it's easier, but I think damage is going to pan out better as long as we manage our spells. Oh, I almost ran straight into that. Oh, good thing I didn't. Okay, what the heck are these guys? Oh, I need this. This will move them. It'll create me an opening. I come through. Ah, okay. I love that wave. I love that wave specifically for when I get surrounded like that. Because most of the time I've gotten, I barely threaded the needle there. Most of the time I've gotten attacked, or gotten damage was because I couldn't get through the circle. And these enemies are bleeding. So the bleed seems to be working. It's going crazy on them, I think. Okay. Though there is more stuff coming around. We're gonna have to quickly dodge all that. You know, hey, y'all can come over here. These guys are so huge. I wouldn't have been able to kill them. I wouldn't have been able to get out of that circle, that's for sure. Okay. Sometimes the S is... Once... There you go. And once the two parts of the S to be exactly the same. The only problem is, like, in my entire penmanship career, I've never made an S that was, like, a perfect, like, size of each. Oh, I didn't actually grab it. Oh, no. Okay. We've slowed down on our casting. We need to get some spells out. Sometimes I feel like I should just, like... The star felt like it should have been good enough, though. Come on. S is so temperamental. Grab that. Riptide. More size. Meteor shower duration. Or magic missile attack. We're going to go attack rate, because again, we're trying to hit as often as possible to trigger our corrosion and our stun. So that's an easy choice. And we get a second one. That's cool. We can add 1 spear amount or +2 lightning strikes. Each bolt of lightning has a small chance to create a frost nova on impact. Oh. Well, we have the attack rate increase. So does it, I think it casts more during, because the duration is the same, right? So it's 10 seconds and it casts like every 2 seconds, and we reduce that or increase the attack speed so it casts every 1 second. Then that means you're going to have double the amount of lightning. So with our attack rate, I think Wintry Storm, I'm also tempted for this. Honestly, all of these are good, but Wintry Storm, I think, because we're trying to do a bit of a chance build by increasing our attack rate. Okay, so we have Magic Missile duration, Magic Missile attack rate. Our Yuritide will harmlessly carry you with the current. That's cool. Don't know if I necessarily want that to happen all the time. So we're going to go with Magic Missile attack rate again. I want to attack as fast as humanly possible. We're just basing this all off of that first thing that we grab with the increased attack rate. So we can get Magic Missile duration, +2 base damage, or Ice Spear size. I'm going to go with Ice Spear size. My thinking is the more enemies we hit, the more we can trigger our chance attacks. We have Ice duration, Ice Spear attack rate, or +25% meteor size. That's tempting because the same logic I had with the size of the spear, but I think attack rate, I want everything to attack as the missiles are going crazy. I want everything to attack as humanly fast as possible. Okay. No, those guys are getting too close to me. I did not like that. They are fast. You really gotta watch out for those. Okay, I'm trying to make, there's so many chests on the field. I'm trying to make my way to them. I think we're gonna have to level up here again. Honestly tempted just to do it. Okay. Missing out on our stuff. Doesn't like my S. Come on, that felt good. No mana. Okay, that's fine. If it's no mana and that's why it's not casting, I'm fine with that. But me drawing shapes poorly, that hurts me. Specifically the S. Alright, so this is all meteor shower increases. We get 6 meteors immediately strike the sigil location. Meteors stun monsters on hit. Okay, amazing. Meteors leave a field of fire and impact that burns monsters. We already have a chance to stun. This would still be good. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think because of how fast we're doing meteors, is I want to do these fields of fire just to create a bit of a more damaging area. That's my hope. I do want heavy meteors, though. If we see it again, we might pick it up. So many chests. Okay. Hello. I'd like to have that chest, please. Speaking of meteors, let's go and cast it. I don't know what these guys are. Big giant fire pots. Okay. Need them to get away from that chest. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Nope, we're leveling. You see something like that come through, you level. You level immediately. So we could add mana. That wouldn't necessarily be bad because we are struggling a little bit on the mana side. Plus 20% dodge. Respell sigils. We're not going to worry about that. Again, we're drawing our sigil so small this isn't going to help. I'm still scared to get hit. So I'm going to do plus 20% dodge just to kind of help protect myself a little bit more. We have mana regeneration, plus 25% speed, or plus 1 critical damage every 100 kills. Again, I don't know if it works retroactively. But I'll do mana regen because that'll help us sustain our spells a little bit longer. Delayed reaction, plus 100% critical damage, but monster received crit damage after a 2-second delay. Or plus 2 max health, plus 50% character size. Or poisonous sigils. Again, I don't really want to do those, so we're trying to make them as small as possible. I think I'll do delayed reaction. I don't want to increase my character size. Practice makes perfect. 2% duration every 100 kills. Rebuke. And then dodge. I'm going to do dodge because I don't know how that works. And, okay. Oh, I thought he left that wave for a second, but that's actually my wave. That's crazy. Riptide causes monsters to bleed while they remain within the area. That's cool. We have plus 3% base damage or 50% magic missile duration. I think we're going to do bleed just for a guaranteed bleed. We're going to do that again. This thing is not as big as I want it to be. Okay, please do the S. Okay, we're going to skip on the S. We're actually trapped in here. I'm going to draw something eventually, please. Oh, did we dodge? We must have dodged. Amazing. Because my shield didn't go away. I love when I dodge immediately. I'm using the rabbit to make sure I get out of that. I think I have to keep moving up and down. Like, as soon as he goes down, I gotta move. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, we're trapped in a bad spot. I gotta think about that. I can't just like lock myself in. So there we go. I was trying to make sure I stayed somewhat low and then came up because I didn't want to get locked in that situation again. Fortunately, it only took our shield. Okay, I got myself locked in the situation I didn't like again, but we're fine. So I wasn't paying attention. There we go. There's so much that I'm like juggling right now between the not being able to do an S. Someone help me. What is wrong with my S's? Oh, okay, coming up. We're good. Okay. I'm like dodging enemies, watching for this guy's attack, casting spells, seeing when my durations are off, trying to cast it small. Oh, okay, and we got a chest here. I'm cool with that. Please, I need a breather. We almost have him, actually. He's at less than a quarter of health. Whew. I'm honestly holding my breath during this. And I think it's been 30 seconds of me not breathing. We can add more bleed to our Riptide. We can add a fire field duration increase, or we can have lightning have 20% chance to stun affected enemies. That is good. But I think I'm gonna do fire field duration just to keep that on the ground a little bit longer. Just because I think my thinking is we have the other thing to stun. It is nice, but I'm more worried about this guy, less worried about the enemies. Let's do this. And then we need to cast it. We need to draw a star. Okay, we got that. Our ice is about to run out. That one's easier for me to draw than this S, though I just got it first try. I wasn't even worried. Kidding, I was. Okay, draw our tent. Come on, he's almost dead. I'm bringing my wand up towards him to take him out, and he's gone. And was that the final boss or no? But the screen is shaking. Maybe something else is going on. All right, well, we just keep going. We'll grab our chest, keep getting our upgrades. We can create a magic missile while the spell is active, converts the remaining spell duration into a giant missile that pierces enemies. So we switch it to an instant. I don't hate it, but ooh. We have 50% thunderstorm attack rate. Never mind, that came up. We're gonna go with that. And then magic missile duration. Let's increase our attack rate. The more we attack, the better. In fact, I want to see lightning everywhere. I'm hearing it. I'm not seeing it. I think it's going off screen. Chest. Okay, let me grab this. So we have meteor attack rate increase, +1 bleed, or the stunning chance on the lightning. We're going to choose attack rate. Create more fires. That was such a big star. And also, I didn't need the star, so I shouldn't have been casting it. We're out of mana. Okay, I need to get enough mana to do the wave, because we got the circle on us. And so we're going to do that to free up this space. Come on. We're just slowly letting it open up. That was amazing. I love that so much. I feel like I wasn't very excited about the wave to begin with, and I realized like I was totally sleeping on what it could do. Okay, 10. Okay, our big cast here. Gonna take most of our mana. Yeah, that's when we struggle, is right after we do the star. But we are faster. Let's go. I'm just going to bunny farm a little prematurely. Hopefully I don't regret that because I really want another chest. And I feel like I just went to the one that's furthest away. Grab that. I'm really liking grabbing the chest because it gives me a moment to just relax. Plus 3 base damage. That's not bad. Increase Riptide duration. Our spells deal additional damage equal to 1% of a monster's current health. 1% of a current monster's health. So if it has 100, then it would do 10. 10 additional damage. If it's really big, yeah, I think we can do that because that would also, since that boss wasn't the last one, that's really going to increase the damage of that for the big guys, which you generally want to kill as fast as possible. Let's get this going. I honestly feel like the wave, I do like it, but sometimes I just wait until I absolutely need it. Like right now there's no enemies anywhere, so I wonder if because we went so far like in another direction, if so a lot of times in survivors, the enemies will just continue to teleport near you, but maybe, what is that? Okay, that's new. Huh. There was a little circle. It looks like it might give me something very special for one of my abilities, because this is called Quasar. Your Riptide becomes a beam of energy originating from your center, pushing away monsters in both directions. That's cool. Or Umi no Ryo, plus 50% push force, plus 2 base damage. Riptide takes the form of a sea dragon that deals heavy damage to monsters hit by the initial wave. Multiple instances of Watatsumi may be active and can now be cast vertically. Or Roaring Flames. Riptide splits into a pillar of fire that burns and no longer pushes enemies. I don't want to do that one because the pushing has actually saved me in a lot of cases. This is a hard choice between Quasar and Umi no Ryo. Honestly, I just really like saying Watatsumi that I almost want to get it just for that fact. So let's see. Increase push force, base damage. Beam of energy. I mean, it's a dragon. It's a dragon. Okay, I'm picking this for the cool factor, not because I think it's better, just to be clear, because I think this is perhaps very strong. Let's do this, and then let's check it out. Okay, look, that wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be. I felt a little cheated. It was just a dragon head and then the water all the way through. But this is interesting. So we have maintain concentration until the spell is complete. Draw the 4-pointed star to return to the Magus Circle. Oh, so maybe we did complete it. Maybe it wanted us to pick up that orb because maybe that came from the dragon. So let's try this, please. All right, we're getting it. Yeah, that's a 4-pointed star. So that's how we... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So something is happening here. Maybe we're teleporting back, potentially. I'm not even worried about casting my spells. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. We'll add projectiles just in case if it doesn't take us back. Okay. No, okay, wait. We need to draw. There's enemies coming. It's drawing more of the circle. This is cool. I think it's like setting us up to return, but it has to finish the drawing. Oh, it's still going. Drawing is still going. We have no mana. I'm honestly just mesmerized by the artwork. Okay, and another circle. Huh. I wonder if the longer we take, there's like benefits, perhaps? Huh. So we have meter size, chilling spear chills all monsters it passes through, or lightning damage a small area around the point of impact. Let's do chilling spear. I'm not going to spend too much time on those because I think we're done. Like, there's no enemies around. I think we just got to do the 4. So, well, there's an enemy. Am I wrong? Okay. I'm letting the circle go further. I just want to know if we go longer on it, if it will benefit us in some way. Okay? Okay, now we're spinning. So it did have to completely complete, but we did get it done. And it looks like we survived with going through 14 and 51 minutes, slaying 2,371 enemies. We are getting a meta currency as a result of that based off the enemies you slay, so that's kind of cool. Same with elites, leviathans, multiplier, total anima, that's what they call it. So let's return. That's awesome. And then when we get back, we go to our statistics, and it's going to show us what our DPS did the most. And Meteor Swarm did a lot, but it seems like the winner overall was Ice Spear. I'm not surprised. Ice Spear feels very aggressive, but I wouldn't sleep on the Riptide. I think it only has lower damage because I didn't use it as much because I mainly saved it for when things got dangerous. But you can see here just the DPS damage per second, it did quite a bit. Now, this has been the Magus Circle. I've really enjoyed this game. There's so much going on in the Survivor. Like, it really spins Survivor likes on their head because it is introducing that new mechanic. And so the actual traveling and moving around and fighting and picking your stuff, there's so much more happening that you're feeling much more like an active participant. I really liked it. And if you did, feel free to go check out the demo. There is a live demo right now for the Magus Circle. But this has been Nuadin. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Have a good day.